Hello and welcome to the first SU presidential elections. My name is Philip, your host. And today we got our first candidate, Emily Gardiner from Fine Art. Hello and welcome.
Hello, it's nice to be here.
Yeah. So let's start off with the first question, which is, what is the main change you want to see at NUA?
Well, the main change that I'd like to see is a bigger emphasis on a more inclusive community spirit. So that's both on and off of campus. As a really small university, a specialist university, we have quite a big opportunity to have a really close-knit community, all subjects kind of intermingling and just being a real creative hub, if you will. And I feel like that can be something that I would bring as a SU president, bringing everyone together and having more opportunities to be involved in things that aren't just part of your course, but as a wider thing that you can be involved in.
Awesome, thank you. The second question is, what skills and experience do you bring to the role that would make you the best candidate?
I like to think I have quite a well-rounded wealth of experience. I've been voted in as student representative for all 4 years. I did a year zero here as well, and that's kind of armed me with a lot of knowledge about how the SU runs. I've also been involved as the student representative for faculty board of study, quality control meetings and academic peer reviews. So I have kind of a two-prong attack of knowing how to advocate on the students' behalf for things that they might want, and also how to be involved in sort of higher up meetings and talking to people and things like that. So that's, I say, one of my sort of biggest strengths. I've also been a PAL mentor, student ambassador for wellbeing, and that's like a really fundamental part of my campaign actually, is the wellbeing side to things. I feel like that really sort of hits what I'm about as a candidate. The idea of everyone being in a community that supports each other and has a lot of opportunities for well-being and self-improvement. I'd say that's what it is.
Awesome, thank you. Third question is, what are your objectives for your term in the office?
So my objectives are threefold and can be summed up within the words inclusivity, well-being and nurture. So they're like the things in my campaign that I'm really trying to get across to people. I will aim to deliver inclusivity by opening up more pathways to get all courses intermingling. Well-being through building upon already well-established well-being programs, and nurture by developing personal growth through a wider range of social events and skill-building opportunities. So that is what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to, I know I keep harping on about this, but bring people together. And I mean, we do a creative course where we're used to doing a lot of fun, creative things and maybe collaborations with other people, but I still feel like it could be pushed further. I've been here for 4 years now, and I've barely ever been in the architecture building.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just go in and sit down, and I feel that's a bit of a shame. I think that's one of the things that I hear a lot in like SU student meetings, is that people wish they made the most of their time here and they were more involved in things, whether it's like workshops or just things that are happening off campus.
All right, cool. The fourth question is, what policies will you deliver if you became the SU president?
Well, I'm very passionate about equality for all. So there'd be the equality for all, support for all, and representation for all, which is underlined on my manifesto because it's so important to me. But I'd also want to introduce more nice things. Even though we do quite a lot of fun things, I think we still work really hard, and being rewarded for things I think is a really nice touch that I could bring as an SU president. So one of the things I'd be setting up is puppy days. So I'd bring in lots of universities do this actually. They bring in puppies and things that you can pet around stressful parts of the year. I think that'd be nice. I think we should do more with the spaces that we have in the university. I mean, we have yoga club already, but we could do more sort of movie nights in the lecture theatre, just more sort of chill times. I also think that the freshers could be more sort of well-rounded, and we could have more choice of activities, because I feel that's still a bit lacking at the moment. And I would be setting up this event, which I'm kind of trialling at the moment, which is like a spill the tea meeting. Right. So basically it would be through some courses, they find difficult to get a student representative for their course because they haven't got anyone that particularly wants to step up and do it. So this would be an opportunity for people to come to me directly and just sort of have a cup of tea and a biscuit and sort of just chat about things that are happening. And I could follow that up, because I sort of notice from all the student representative sort of things I do that a lot of the time there's not the full amount of students that should be on the panel. There's just like maybe a couple of year twos and a year three. And I feel that means that there is a lot of people that aren't being represented, and it'd be nice if they could sort of cut across all this sort of formality and just come up and talk to me directly, and I'd endeavour to sort it out. So that's that.
Cool, sounds good. Fifth question is, what would you want to be remembered for after you completed your term as president?
It's a bit short and sweet, this one, but it's just for sparking the change that brought people together. I think that'd be a really nice thing to be remembered for.
Cool. And finally, is there anything else you would like to say to NUA students that are considering voting for you this week? Open mic. Let's go.
Yeah. No pressure. I just think like every student year is different. The student body changes sort of year by year on what students want, and yeah, I'd be completely open to adapting my approach to tailor it to whatever the students want at the time. There's no point putting out things if there isn't a demand for it, so I'd be very keen on sort of personalising everything. And that's that.
Cool.
Can I say vote for me on air, or is that not allowed?
Yeah, sure.
Vote for me.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for listening, and stick around for the other candidates.
Yeah. We
Cool.
vote on the 5th, 6th and 7th
There
of
you go.
March, so get yourself to a polling station.
Awesome.